The holidays are often seen as a time of happiness and celebration, but for some, this time of the year is pretty tough. Brandon Watts, the lead pastor at the Epiphany Church here in New York City, joins me now live for more on this. You go by Pastor B, so that's what we're going to go with. Good to see you. So, you know, celebrating the holidays can be especially hard for someone who's lost a loved one. How can you cope with grief during this time?
Yeah, no, I agree. It's definitely tough, and not just around this time, but just think we're also coming out of a pandemic. It's been a hard year for people. People have lost loved ones, lost jobs, lost relationships. I think one of the things I usually like to point people to is getting help. And so there are social workers, there are therapists, there are counselors. I do a lot of biblical counseling. And so I think getting people connected to help is the most important thing. And then family, you know, share your hurts with somebody. You'll be surprised that there is always someone else that is dealing with something similar to you. But a lot of times we suffer in silence and in isolation. But I think getting out of that bubble a little bit to tell others about your hardship is always helpful.
So important, because you're not alone. You're not the only one, even if you feel like you are. For some people, though, they're not comfortable speaking to a mental health professional, or maybe they feel better going to a religious leader like yourself. How can people in your position make a difference?
Yeah. I think one of the things I like to do is make sure that people understand that community is important. So what does that mean? That could be a community of a small group of people. I deal with a lot of people that have social anxieties. And so the thought of holidays, it maybe not even be the loss of a loved one, but the thought that I have to go to the Christmas party, or the thought that I have to get around family members for the holidays on Sunday, that can be a lot for people. So I think one of the things I like to do is have a smaller group of people. Maybe you won't go to a therapist, but maybe you'll confide in some friends. And so get people in your life is where usually what I like to try to point people towards.
And, you know, I think we can get caught up very easily in the consumerism of the holiday season and buying the perfect gift and everything being perfect. We put a lot of stress on ourselves, but not a lot of people are fortunate to have a holiday like that. So how can we give back, even in a small way? Yeah,
you know, I think one of the things I love about the holiday is the generosity that's tied to it. But unfortunately, I think what we've done is we've taken generosity and we've made people think that generosity is only when you're given a certain amount. But the reality is you can be generous on any level. And so sometimes that could be just the generosity of your time, your thought, your affections to other people. And so I would just really encourage people to think about generosity differently than we normally do. And to be honest, you know, one of the things I think, at least for me, on Sunday, when I sit around with my family, my greatest joy is not the gift that was given to me. It's when I watch someone else open the gift that was given, that I gave to them. In other words, generosity sparks some type of joy in people. So I would say think about generosity, but don't think about it in a consumeristic way. Think about it more along the lines of, hey, how am I making an impact in someone else's life?
Could be something as small as a smile. That's free. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Pastor B, thanks so much for stopping by.
Alexis, thank you for having me.
Happy holidays.
You too.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.